I competed in a game jam and you would not believe what place I got in it. For a bit of context, this is for the Jam Game, which is a game jam with the letters switched around. Now it's pretty small with only 40 entries and about 308 ratings. So the theme of this was ecosystem, and everyone had to make a game based off of ecosystem. The special object is an object everyone has to include in their game, and for us it was a printer. And just for reference, everyone had a week to work on their game. So for my game, I decided to put a robot on an alien planet with a bunch of bugs that he has to fight. And as the Dirty Clanker beats up bugs, it gets upgrades and will be able to get better and stronger. So basically just a wave survival. Each wave comes more enemies and you get more upgrades, and you just have to try and survive for as long as you can. I would attempt to make the game more like an ecosystem by making the bugs interact with each other in unique ways. And I would include the special object by making the player use a printer to print out their upgrades so they could become stronger. I would start out by designing the map and making the player character the Dirty Clanker. And I knew the Clanker was feeling pretty lonely, so I had to give him a friend. His friend would be the Bant. The Bant is a silly little guy who just runs around the map. He looks pretty goofy. But now I need to give the Clanker something to defend itself, so I could see them fight over and over and over again. So I gave him a silly little gun, which is pretty weak, but at least he could shoot the Bant. And at this point, the Bant and the Clanker were already such good friends, they needed another one. So that's where the Rant comes in. He's a red ant, and he can run real fast. Yep, that's pretty much all for his ability. He's just a really fast Bant. And now the Dirty Clanker is struggling to fight back. I mean, all he has is a simple gun. What can you do? And shmala kablam, in comes a printer, kabloomy, and now the Dirty Clanker has another way to fight back. All of the bugs in this game drop items except for the Bant because he's useless. So the Rant has his Rant Mandible, which the player can pick up, and once 4 get put in the printer, the player gets a special ability. For the Rant Mandible specifically, it allows the player to move faster, but it also comes with a downside. It also gives the player more recoil. Now each item in the game does this, which I think allows for a more unique playstyle where you have to pick what only you need. Now the printer was cool and all, but I didn't want it to only change stats, I wanted to change actual gameplay. So I added a new feature. If you put 4 of the same item inside of the printer, it creates a synergy product. Now again, for the Rant Mandible specifically, what this allows the player to do is if they press the spacebar, it allows them to have a dash in any direction they want. And they can keep using this forever. Now I won't spoil any more of the synergies. If you want to check them out, you have to play the game. Check out my itch.io. But I will tell you about the rest of the bugs. The next one I added, I actually wanted to affect the other ones so it would be more like an ecosystem. And this bug was the Blockopede. The Blockopede is a large bug with a giant shield on its frontal, and this allows it to shield itself and its other friends. The way around it is to push its shield in one direction, loop around it, and hit it from the back. Pause. And I wanted a bug that would make it even more powerful, so after that I added the Mother Bant. The Mother Bant essentially just walks around the map in random locations and spawns Bants toward the player. This gives the game more chaos and allows the Blockopede to have another use, to protect the Mother Bant. Now with all this in here, there might as well be another bug, you know what I'm saying? So I added the Devourer. What this bug does is it eats Bants and Rants, and the more that it eats, the stronger and faster it gets, which incentivizes the player to kill it sooner. And for the final bug out of the group is the X-Bant. The X-Bant is sort of a different kind of bug. It has a lot different functionality from all the others. What this one does is when you kill it, it explodes into many more bugs. This forces the player to stay away from it and kill it near the end, which adds another obstacle for the player to avoid while playing. Oh yeah, and don't forget, each one of these bugs has its own special ability that the player can use with the printer synergies. So I believe it just reinforces the game loop. And to top it all off, I added a menu with a bestiary and explaining the game and lore. And then to finish it off, I added a leaderboard so players could see where everyone else ended and to see who could get the farthest. And hey, if you want to beat the record, go ahead and hop on. Maybe you could be the new leaderboard holder. But now for me to finally reveal what place I got in the game jam. When it all finished, I ended with a 6th place spot. And now I know that it doesn't seem very high, but I think I did pretty good here, and I think my game is pretty nice. Now I do think I did get a little cheated because my game only got rated 8 times and the top game got rated 21 times, which just gave it more of a boost. But I still think that I would not have won, but I still think I did great. If I'm able to, I will put my itch.io link in the description leading to Printology, which is the name of the game, so you can go try it for yourself. But if not, I'm just going to say my name is FishPerson12. Yeah, I know it's tough. What you want? But that's about all I wanted to say. So I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.